Hey troops, Roxy here, and welcome to Roxee Plays Games, and welcome to oh, a very stuttery. What's going on here? Oops, a very stuttery, apparently. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Before I get into today's video, hopefully it's gonna work. I want to do my usual thank you. So thank you for everyone who has liked my previous videos, and thank you for everyone who has subscribed to the channel. As always, it is really appreciated. Yes, today we are going to continue our tour of European capital cities on Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I do want to let you know that I have had a little bit of an issue. So, we are in Reykjavik, and for those of you that are keen-eyed, would be like, well, your last flight was from Cardiff to Edinburgh. How come you are in Reykjavik now? Um, there's been a couple of reasons why. Let me flip over to this screen. Firstly, so there's been quite a few days that I've been logging on to do this recording, bearing in mind that the flight is around, well, it's over 2 hours, probably nearer 2.5 hours from start to finish. Um, and I've been struggling to get ATC online at Edinburgh, and I've barely ever seen anyone online at Reykjavik. There's been a couple of times where when I've been doing other bits and pieces, Reykjavik sensor control's been online. Now and again, Edinburgh ground or tower has been online. But when I've been, right, I'm going to do a recording now, none of them have been online. And obviously, the whole purpose of me doing a video on VATSIM is to have ATC online. There was once, and I want to cry, there was once where I had ATC online, and I thought, fantastic, I'm going to do a flight, and the sim crashed halfway through. So I was pretty gutted about that, as you can imagine. Um, and I've left it for a few days. There's been a few updates. I have installed a different version of the fly-by-wire mod, so I've now got the experimental version rather than the stable version. So hopefully it's going to work fine. Um, but again, there's no, as you can see, there's no ATC online. Oh, just click on that button again. Yeah, there's no ATC online at Edinburgh, there's no ATC online at Reykjavik, there's no ATC online at Dublin. And today's flight, we're going from Reykjavik to Dublin. So what I've thought I'd do today is two things. Firstly, I want to give a shout out. I've already mentioned these guys before, but I wanted to do another shout out for the Pilot Club. It's a online group of uh, flight enthusiasts. Some of them are real life pilots. There's ATC controllers in here and all sorts of stuff. So I wanted to give a shout out for these guys. Let me just bring up the screen so you can see. Um, so here's the Discord. I'll put a link for the Discord in the description below, the Pilot Club. But there's always stuff going on. Like as an example, this week there was a group flight on Monday. It is Friday the 11th today, and I wanted to get this shout out done a few days ago when I tried doing a recording, but unfortunately that didn't work out. So hopefully, well, if you're watching this now, it is out. Hopefully, in time for you to plan for this one. But there's a flight tonight at 2300 Zulu hours, so that's midnight UK time for those of you that are in the UK. It is on VATSIM, but obviously for those of you that haven't flown on VATSIM yet and are really nervous, there's plenty of people to help out. But worst case scenario, can fly along off VATSIM so that you can experience the flight itself, and people can talk you through if you're new to flying. But yeah, there's loads of people to help out either way. So that's the flight this evening, Chicago to Atlanta, around about 2 hours or so for that flight. And then there's another group flight on Sunday. Sunday tends to be the busier ones with more people online, and that's at 1900 Zulu or 8 p.m. UK time. So obviously, depending on where you are in the world, you need to convert it. That's why we always put times in Zulu, because it's what is used in flight anyway. So 2 group flights going on there, one tonight, Friday, and one on Sunday. So yeah, definitely come along. These guys are a really good bunch of guys. We generally get, I don't know, 10 to 15 people on a flight, so it's really busy. We've got people that organise the ATC coverage, so that's awesome. And there's lots of other bits and pieces like quizzes and entertainment and all the good stuff. So like I say, I'll put a link in the description below for you to go and check that out. And if you are interested in joining us, whether it be to learn or whether it be to improve your skills or just to have some fun, you will be very welcomed. Right, so today's flight, let me go over to FlyUK and get this tour booked. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through the kind of flight planning side of things to show you all of that. I know I've done it a million times before, but because there's no ATC online, obviously I want to have a little bit of content to show you. So first things first, obviously I will check this first anyway. Got no ATC on, not a problem. I've checked the weather. We're going to be looking at a runway 1 for our departure, and the winds are 260 knots at our arrival. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to FlyUK, get this tour booked. So European capital cities, and we are on leg number 11. So yeah, getting through it now. So as you can see, unfortunately I didn't get this one recorded, and because it's such a long flight I didn't want to do it all again, for the sake of obviously recording. Right, so let's book this flight. We're going to do multiplayer A320, and let's go for a 09:45. That should be plenty of time. That's half an hour. We're flying it today, Friday 11th. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's book a flight. So that's that booked. You can see here, so we've got that there, and that's our tour flight. And obviously you can get all of your flight information from here. If you don't use charts, you can get it all on here. So that's all cool. Right, so now that we've got that booked, we need to go to SimBrief, new flight, and put in my plane. Call sign is going to be UKV 9049 Skyways for the airline. We are departing from BIRK and we are going to EIDW. We've got Manchester as our alternate. We're going to go for a 9:45 departure, and let's generate OFP. Click yes. Right, there we go. So we've got our flights all sorted out. Reykjavik up in Iceland all the way down to Dublin in Ireland. There's our OFP, but we don't need to use that because we can use the one in the sim. Right, so let's jump over to the sim while we're doing that. And let's get everything all up and running. So first thing I'm going to do is we need to get some passengers on board. Do that, do that. Cool. I need to upload my flight into the sim. That's that done. Right, let's get some passengers on board because they take the longest to do. Open the doors. Right, let's get battery 1 and 2 on, external power on, Let's arm the emergency lights. Let's put the no smoking and seatbelt lights on now. Nav on, crew supply on, and then let's get the ideas aligned. And then we can let the passengers start boarding.
We're ready to get going now, so as soon as you're ready, you can open the doors and start letting the passengers on board. Thank you.
No problem.
Go. Right. Let's load this in. There we go. Right, 991. Going on here. 991. 991. Flight directors can come on. Okay. Right, let's do our fuel. Dispatch. OFP. Block fuel 8284. 8284.
Reykjavik Airport information, Sierra 0900
done.
Zulu. Wind 026 at 30. Visibility 6. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,100 feet, few clouds at 4,100 feet, few clouds at 12,900 feet.
Yep, we don't need you, thank you very much. Right, so that's that already. Let's do fuel pumps. They can all come on. And that, I think, is all there for now. Let's go down to the McDo. Init press. Load you in. Cool beans. Yeah, that's all fine. Performance, weight and balance 8284. That's all good. Payloads. That's all good. Go init request. Right, Tropo 28646. 28646. It's going in there. Going in there. 8.3 block. Just double check. Yeah, 8.3. Going in there. Cool. Right. What have we got for our wind? T29. T29 going in our trip wind, and alternate is 1.4. Got 1.1 there, so let's do 1.4. Can go in there. Awesome. Right, flight plan. Departing from a runway 01, and we're taking the L1 departure and the metal transition insert, and then we are arriving on 24, was it? 28, sorry, 28 left. ILS 28 left. and we are going the OLAP to X-ray. OLAP to X-ray, that's that one there. There's no vias, so let's click insert. Flight plan. Cool, that's all looking good. Right, cruise. It's given us a cruise altitude of 230, but optimal is 390. So let's change that. 390. We're not flying on VATSIM, so I'm not too worried. Right, performance. Transition 5500. V2. V rotate, V1, flaps 1, okay, flight plan. Right, so we've still got 80 passengers to get on board. And we're going to just whack this all the way up, because we've got no maximum height restrictions on our departure. We've got minimums but no maximum, so we can just whack that all the way up. And let's have a little look at our chart. So as you can see here, so here's the airport chart. So we're taking off runway 1, so we're just going to taxi all the way down Alpha to the end here and then zip up, and then here's our departure here. So we're going to come out of the airport and then we're going to be heading to Metal, zipping all the way down across the sea. There's the Faroe Islands. That's an awesome place to go and fly into or out of, but yeah, we're coming in here to Dublin. Right, so that's that. Move that out of the way. Cool beans. Right, so we've just got to wait for the passengers to get on board, and then we will be ready to taxi. So I'll bring you back in a second. Alrighty, Skytrack has started recording. We've got 8 passengers to get on board. We should be almost ready to taxi out. We're actually really early. We're about 14 minutes early here, so by the time we get going, we should be well, we will be departing a little bit early, but that's fine. Better to be early than late, isn't it? We've got 1 passenger to go. Cool. Right, let's close the doors. Them done. Okay, right, so we don't need pushback here because we're actually going to be taxiing straight down here.
All passengers are on board and doors have been closed.
Thank you.
Cool. I am a little bit confused with the flight path because our flight plan is giving us a right turn, but the charts is saying a left turn. If I was flying on VATSIM, I'd obviously be following the charts, but because I'm not, I'm just going to follow the flight plan in here. No harm, no foul, as they say. That's all sorted. Let's put you
Ladies
on.
and gentlemen, welcome aboard the aircraft this morning. My name's Steve. I'm your pilot today, along with First Officer David and your senior flight attendant Alana. She, along with the rest of the crew, will be making our way around the cabin, making sure you're comfortable and ready to get us on our way. We're not actually anticipating any delays, so we should be arriving on time. We've just heard the guys on the ground have finished loading the final bits of luggage into the aircraft, so we should be on our way very shortly. We are just waiting to receive clearance to push back in taxi. If you could help the cabin crew by getting yourself sat comfortably with seatbelts fastened, that would be fantastic. Once we're airborne, we'll be starting our in-flight services, but for now, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with us today, and I hope you enjoy the flight. Thank you.
Cool. I still haven't got round to doing my own voices. or recordings. If anyone is interested in having some voices on here, then please do let me know. So cabin crew, announcements and all the bits and pieces that goes on, you can actually put your own ones in here, which is a really cool idea. Anyway, right, so let's get the beacon on. Let's get the APU bleed on. We don't need to call for pushback. Turn external power off. Transponder can go onto auto. Engine mode to IGN, and then let's get engine 1 started. While that's going, let's get flaps to 1. Arm the speed brake. Get our weather flicks on there. Speed brakes can go to max. Just got to wait for the engines to start up now. Yeah, beautiful island. Iceland is really nice. Try and get some external views on our departure. When I did actually get the flight done and logged, like I say, I did it without recording it because there was no ATC online. It was a bit of a rough landing, to be honest. Kind of do wish I had recorded it, to be honest, because it was a bit of a not nasty, but a blustery approach in. You can see those wind socks blowing down that way. We're obviously flying into the wind. I think we're pretty much sorted. That's all sorted.
Cabin crew, please arm doors, thank you.
Wait for this to get done.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors above as we review the emergency procedures. There are 6 emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you. Note that the nearest exit may be behind you. Count the number of rows to this exit. Should the cabin experience sudden pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose.
Hi, Captain.
Like
The cabin is secured. All doors closed.
If you are
We're
traveling
ready
with
to go.
children, make sure that your own mask is on first before helping your children. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats and emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit and slide. We ask that you make sure that all carry-on luggage is stowed away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety data card in the seat pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention. We hope you enjoy the flight.
Yeah, definitely need to get some better voiceovers done. The text-to-speech on this one I'm using at the moment, which I think is the British Airways one, it is, well, you heard it for yourself, very robotic. Right, that's all checked, that's done. Right, parking brake can come off. And let's taxi. So we are a little bit early, so 7 minutes early, but that's all fine. I wouldn't be complaining if I was a passenger. And here's our taxi route. Skytrack has changed its status to pre-flight taxi. There's nothing worse than taking off and realising that you didn't start Skytrack. I've done that a few times before, and that's a real pain. Telling you now, it's a real pain. So this is a straightforward taxi. We're just literally just going straight down here. Did put taxi lights on, didn't I? Yep. Couldn't remember if I did or didn't then. So obviously if it was on VATSIM, I would be stopping here. Get clearance to cross over this runway. Even if it's not a active runway, you still need to get clearance to cross over, just in case someone's doing an emergency landing or someone's among and landing or taking off on the wrong runway. Or maybe they've got dual runways running, if it's a bit of an ambiguous wind direction. So, because this is quite a long flight, I've been umming and ahhing whether I just do the whole recording and put some background music on. But I'm not going to be doing any talking, and there's going to be nothing happening once we get up into the cruise. So I'm just going to take off, and then once we kind of get settled, I'll pause the recording, and then bring you back on the approach into Dublin. One, it will save on my uploading, and it'll make the video a little bit well, it'll make it quite a lot shorter. And then obviously, if you like the video, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button as well. I'm trying to get out to as many people as I can, and the more people that subscribe, the more views this will get, and the more people it will get out to eventually, and then I can help more people. Right, takeoff procedures. Let's go. Takeoff lights on.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff, please. Thank you.
Oh, packs off. Keep forgetting about them. Let's go on for you. TARA for you. And that's all sorted. And we'll start chrono. Cabin crew is all seated. Okay, 50%. So it's looking fine. 100%. Toga.
$100.
100. V1.
Gear up, please.
Gear up. Autopilot can come on. Do this right turn, although it should be a left turn, but we'll do a right turn instead, eh? Okay, level climb. Packs can come back on. Speed brake can be disarmed. And flaps can go to 0. Let's have a look outside. Ooh, that's noisy. So there's the airport we just took off. So that mountain beautiful, beautiful. It's one place I'd love to visit, Iceland. Been many places around the world, but I've never been to Iceland. Okie dokie. Right, you can come off, and you can come off. So we're expected in 2 hours 20 minutes. We'll probably get there a bit quicker, I think. In fact, we should do, because the sim brief give us all worked out the times for us flying at 230 and we're flying at 390. So although it's going to take longer to get to cruise altitude, technically we'll be flying quicker. So we should hopefully get there a lot quicker than 2 hours 20 minutes that is expected. Right, there's not really much more for me to say. Get to 10,000 feet, I'll turn the landing lights off. We'll have the seatbelt lights or signs come off, and then the cabin crew will start walking around, giving out food and drink and all that sort of stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now use your electronic devices.
There we go. Electronic devices can now be used. So yeah, what I'm going to do then, guys, is I'm going to pause the recording now, and I shall bring you back once we get on to our approach. Save you a couple of hours of sitting here with nothing going on, really. Right, let's get these off first. Turn you off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign, so you are free to move about the cabin.
There you go. Right, I'll catch up with you when we get to our approach, guys. Hey guys, we are on our approach. We've just gone past Giraz, inbound for Kerav. We need to be at flight level 80, which we are, and we need to be at maximum speed of 230 knots, so we're just decreasing down now to 230, as you can see. So yeah, been a pleasant flight, to be honest. Been nice and quiet, no stresses, no problems. So I am using the experimental version, so hopefully landing's going to go fine. Although it's doing a bit of a turn and I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Direct Korag. Yeah, not sure what's gone on there with the flight plan. It's gone a little bit Pete-tong. Let's get ourselves back on track there. I think it was going straight to Lapmo. We'll just get that all sorted out. Yeah, it looked like it was just going to go either straight to Lapmo or maybe even straight to the next waypoint after that. Maxev. Either way, we've got that sorted out, hopefully. just as I was saying, hopefully this is all working. But yeah, with the experimental version, I'm not sure about the development version, but the experimental version, I believe the Autopilot 2 works, which will be good. We can test it out and see if it all works fine. We'll get them on. Engine mode can go to IGN. Ground spoilers can be armed. Seatbelt lights are all on. Auto brakes can go on. Let's get taxi light on and runway turn off on. Ready? Cool beans. And we need to be at 180 at lap mo. Start slowing down now. Go to 200. And let's go flaps 1. Okay, let's just double check lights are all on. Auto brakes are set. Speed brake is set. We're on flaps 1. Start descending. So should be 3,000 feet at lap mile. I don't think we're going to make that, you know. We'll see. Might have done that a little bit too late. We're supposed to be at flight level 80 at Colgax, which we was 3,000 at lap mo. We'll see. It might be a little bit over, but it shouldn't be too bad. Flight time, just coming up to 2 hours, so it'll be a little over 2 hours when we land, so that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Got everything all programmed in, and that's all showing. Excellent. And we're starting to get the glide slope coming up. As long as this is close to the yellow line or above, then we should be good. If it stays too far low down, then we might have to slow down a touch more. Let's go down to 180. That's going to bring us higher until we get to the speed, but then we'll start dipping back down again. In fact, let's put a bit of air brakes on, get that speed down a bit quicker. Cool, cool. So once we do this right-hand turn here, we'll go to our LS. Yeah, we might be a little bit over 3,000 here, but we should be okay. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yep, that's all looking good now. Cool. Coming up to the right hand turn. And then we'll go localizer on. Right, let's go manage speed now. We should be good for that. Go flaps 2. And here is our glide slope here. So we're at lap mode 3000, and then we're going to start descending down. Let's hit approach. Let's make sure that we start descending when we hit here, and we should good. Yep, glide slope has been activated. Right, we can turn weather off. Don't need you right now. Runway is in sight, nice clear weather, clear day, we can see everything that's going on. 7 miles out, flaps 3.
Cab crew seats for landing, please.
Right, let's get these back off. Gear can come down. Right, autopilot 2 is engaged, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2 is on, Morse code is activated, speed brakes are armed, auto brakes are armed. Let's go full flaps. Oh, hit the wrong button then.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you might have noticed, we did in fact abort our landing attempt just there. We decided it would be safer to try to circle around to try again. Hopefully the winds will be in our favour a little bit more this time, and we'll get you safely on the ground as soon as possible. So in the meantime, if you could just keep your belts fastened, and we'll make another attempt in a few moments. Thank you.
No, that's not the case. It's just because I accidentally put the gear up. But it's all sorted now. Right, let's test out the auto landing on this and see whether it's all working. So theoretically, if this is all works fine, all I'll need to do is just pull the throttle back. So prepare for a hard landing. We are a little bit high, I'm a little bit apprehensive here whether I should take over myself.
100 above.
I'm just going to roll with it. I'm just going to leave it, see what it does.
Minimum.
Minimums. Yeah, we are very high, aren't we? Let's just see if it's going to flare. Yes. Retard.
5.
Reversers are on. Well, not too shabby, sir. Not too shabby. Okay, all the brakes can come off. Take this next exit.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until the aircraft has arrived at the gate. You are reminded that all electronic devices should remain turned off until you are in the terminal building. Thank you.
Thank you. Excellent. Well, that was actually a really smooth landing. Really smooth landing. Okay, right. Landing lights can come off. Runway lights can come off. Strobe can go to auto. Flaps to 0. Disarm. Speed brakes. NG mode can go to normal. TCAS to auto. APU master switch on. Wait 3 seconds and then start APU. I've already turned the weather off. And let's go and taxi to the gate. So we need to go Sierra all the way down to the end, cross over runway 34, and then terminals right in front of us. Alrighty guys, so another successful flight on our European tour with FlyUK. So don't forget guys, if you've liked the video, hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, then please do hit that subscribe button. It does help my channel get more videos out there to people that may be interested in watching and may require some help. And if you are interested in joining the community, don't forget to hit the Discord link in the description below for the Pilot Club, and you can join us when we're doing our group flights. But obviously, for anyone that is interested in just doing some flights with me, or if you want some personal training as far as flying or VATSIM stuff, then please do hit me up with a message. Obviously, I'm not a professional, but you know, I know all of the basics that's required for flying on VATSIM, so I can certainly help you out as much as I can, and I'm more than happy to help you guys and girls out. So yeah, I'll call it the end of the video here, I think, rather than going silent for the rest of the taxi. Got quite a little way to go just to the terminal here, it's not too far, and then we'll get everything all switched off. So yes, thanks for watching guys. I shall catch you in the next episode where we will be flying from let me have a quick look actually. We're going to be going to Copenhagen. Ooh, I'm not sure if I've been there. Can't remember. Yeah, Copenhagen. Oh, cool. I'm looking forward to that flight. So yeah, Dublin to Copenhagen. That's going to be another flight, 2.5 hours it says. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll be a little bit less than that, because this one was supposed to be 2 hours 40 and it's 2 hours 10, so a little bit quicker. Anyway, again, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe and I shall see you soon. Goodbye.